Hello there, special patron or someone else who has this. Give it back. Welcome to the commentary track for Kickassia, starring me, Dan Video Games, and him, Bob Video Games.
What's up?
And also our internet co-host, Casey Excellent from CaseyExcellent.com.
Bark, bark.
And Mr. Feel from Mr. Feel's Wild Ride.
Just imagine a laser scope on all of us.
Basically. So this is a commentary track that you would listen to while you watch the movie Kickassia, which is available on DVD. I don't know if it's available new on DVD, but it's on a DVD somewhere.
HD Blu-ray?
You know, I feel like I have friends who own a lot of early internet DVD compendium type stuff, like Mega 64 and Happy Video Game Nerd. I don't know a single person who owned this.
Maybe it'd look good on like a 4K OLED.
If you're listening to this in the beginning of 2019, the DVD is currently $6.
See, that's a low price. You get access to a really clean capture of those camcorder files. Anyways, we're here to do our commentary track, so let's get this started. So make sure you have the movie Kickassia paused at the very beginning of the Channel Awesome production reel, or the Channel Awesome logo sequence, and when KZ makes the brut sound, hit the play button. Okay, KZ, take it away.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
So, Bob.
What's up?
How much Channel Awesome content have you watched ever?
It was on in the room while you watched it like a few times, so I've seen maybe half an episode.
Half an episode.
Oh, good. So Bob isn't going to know who any of these characters are or any of the references that compose most of the humor.
I've also subjected him to about 17 minutes of this.
So I won't be surprised by how much I don't know about it.
This aged well. He's doing a voice.
No, he's not.
Yes, that is Doug Walker doing a voice.
That's Doug Walker doing a voice.
I know it's Doug Walker.
That's how you think he naturally sounds. He goes into a Burger King and he's like, "Yes, I would like a Whopper.
These fries are fucking hot, dude."
If they don't have what he wants, he starts doing a skit right in front of them.
He sounds like he's doing a Defoe thing right now. Finish it.
So is this supposed to be like Lord of the Rings or something?
I think it's trying to be that scale of epic.
Okay.
I think that's what we're going for. Look at the cinematography.
Bob, I can't wait for you to realize what the plot of this film is. It'll
I
be
don't
a beautiful
remember any
moment.
of this at all.
You don't remember any of this?
Wait, was that last one not even centered?
Oh, neither of them were. It was... See, here's the beautiful thing, because I went through that same moment. It was off-center enough to make you wonder if it was supposed to be centered. But it wasn't off-center enough to seem stylized.
Look at all these names of people who no longer want to be associated with Channel Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who?
Yeah, I feel like if you're doing this sort of thing, you put their show name up front. Like a movie that stars a celebrity that has a name they go by, you stick with the name they go by. You don't just, here's their full name because this is a real movie.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
Imagine this title card with no context.
I feel like there's no context that justifies this intro, so.
Yeah,
I was really hoping that pan up would be a poorly photoshopped nostalgia critic head on that
Me
body.
too. Maybe that's because Just as Zach's thumbnails have trained us all to expect this.
Cinematography.
what? There's no such thing in this movie.
There's one camera.
Based on a concept by Mike Michaud.
Is that...
He did great things.
Mike Michaud is one of the he's one of the 4 guys who made Channel Awesome.
Okay.
One of the 4 kings.
What are you got Rob Walker, Doug Walker, Mike Michaud, and the guy I can't remember the name of. I can't remember if Mike is the one they ghosted when Bad Things came out, or the other guy is the one they ghosted when Bad Things came out.
Mike is the one all the bad. Yeah, this was split up into like 9 parts and released one at a time daily.
Oh,
Yep.
I figured they'd have to order the DVDs one at a time.
Oh, well, the DVD release came out ahead of the online release, Bob.
So, this is not a Channel Awesome guy. This is the actual guy who does the whole Molossia thing, because that's a real thing.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, Molossia is a real thing. He's one of those crazy people who's like, my property's my own country, and everybody kind of just ignores him.
So this is the real guy.
Yeah, this is the real guy and the real property.
What were they thinking?
Do they have to live near him?
No,
just by
there's a plot.
coincidence?
There's a plot to this movie.
No, I
would hope.
Audience surrogate.
I like how his character in all these movies is an insane, abusive narcissist, and then that shit came out of him actually being an insane, abusive narcissist.
I fucking hate his teeth.
Yeah, you've mentioned how haunted you are by his teeth. I just don't know how you fly that many people out to make a fucking movie and you don't buy a better microphone. Like, that's insane to me.
This is pretty good for 2005.
This was
Too bad it came out in 2008 or 10.
Oops.
I think it might have been 2009.
Either way,
So if you're watching at home, please enjoy if you can notice that they are clearly shooting this in chronological order.
Oh, God.
What?
Why would they do that?
That's the most efficient way to shoot a thing, right?
But seriously, is this whole critic just happen to be near that place? Is that the whole reason for this movie?
No, they all had to fly out to Reno for this.
That's
What?
insane. Why would they do this? Why wouldn't? Oh my god, that complete lack of de-interlacing, so that way her footage. Jesus fuck. They're like, okay, we're trusting you, nostalgia chick. Send us your footage in a proper codec. She's like, okay, I have a film degree.
I love Divx.
So I don't know a lot about
The
Channel
talent,
Awesome.
the
The
talent
talent.
at Channel Awesome.
Are all of these now people convicted of various felons or not?
No.
No, they're all pretty fine.
Okay.
Except Spoonie. Spoonie is distinctly less fine than some of the others.
That's a good way to put it.
This has a 75% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's insane. What about the critic store? Or did they not even
No,
bother?
there's just nothing there. This is 2010, by the way.
I think
Please marvel at how every joke goes on like 4 times longer than it should.
at bare minimum, it makes Saturday Night Live look like it has a strict editor.
Are there jokes?
You're in one right now.
I don't.
Hold on, I got a call. Hello? Yeah, it's 3:22 p.m. What? I thought you were asking what time it was. No, I'm telling you it is time. Yeah, and that time is 3:22 p.m. No, I got another call. Hold on. Hello? I'm behind you 100.
Bob and I are friends with a guy who basically acts exactly like him in that one scene.
Not gonna lie, I just put my head down for a moment because I just didn't want to look at it.
Because it was too much for you.
Yeah,
His
oh no.
His acting was too
Isn't
good.
there lore about you and Angry Joe?
No, not really.
How long have we been in this joke? I'm just curious because I blacked out.
Look, they all have to get
They're
their
calling people
ones
to
in.
go do the thing.
Oh, I get that.
This is peak humor. Oh, here's a joke stolen straight from Seinfeld.
This honestly is one of the things that scarred me the most about the opening 17 minutes.
What, this right here?
Yeah, it's just hope this works out visually.
I am horrified.
It reminds me of some of the
Honestly, this was somehow like 5 years out of date when it came out.
right, yeah.
There's
I like-
an hour and 20 minutes left.
I like
Don't
how
look at it.
I like how
The
angry Joe's.
joke is
What's up? The joke is what?
the joke is he got one hotel room. Do you get it?
See, I'm really glad Feel's here on this commentary track to inform the audience when a joke is on screen. That actually might be essential here.
So is this a joke or is this what really happened?
I was gonna ask, is this what really happened?
Now notice how it's clearly morning because the very bright sun is coming through the windows.
Oh my god. No.
See, he has an alternate personality, right? An alter ego, and he's mistaking him for said alter ego, Bob, but he's trying to be
Spoonie
better.
Yeah, Spoonie is a really great method actor. How he had like an insane character and then he actually became insane.
Yeah.
Is everybody here? Sure as hell hope so. We can't fit any more people in this room. My God, where's Vicky? I think you're sitting on it. That's okay. I don't want to stand anyway.
Isn't that Kaiser Neko?
Man.
I think he's in all of these, and I can't believe it.
How are there this many people
On his website?
on his website? This is insane.
His website was really loaded. I mean, full of talent.
Everybody was on that fucking website back
They
then.
took anyone.
Like
Oh,
Dragon
that was a nice
Ball.
frame.
Dragon Ball Abridged was part of this in name for a little bit.
What? Yeah. It's true.
But it's only an acre of land. What can we do with an acre of land? What can we do with an acre of land?
What the fuck were they thinking? What the fuck were they thinking going to this Molossia thing? How the fuck does that make sense on an expense level?
I don't.
It's the way I think they made up the revenue is that they filmed like dozens of crossovers on this trip.
That seems like
So
an
whenever-
even bigger mistake, but okay.
Whenever a Channel Awesome movie came out, there'd be like 3 weeks of crossover videos.
Also, I think it was like volunteering to go.
What was it? They compensate for the airfare, but not anything else. Like they didn't pay them per se. They didn't feed them per se.
Oh.
Yeah, the only thing lodging and flight was paid, but for your payment was getting a trip.
Yeah, that's what I recall from what I read.
Makes sense, right?
Also, some stuff about them trying to make the money off the other crossover videos.
Also, they filmed in the desert and had no water.
So imagine they started a cinematic universe with the Avengers film that features a bunch of people you don't know and they're all miserable.
And they just want to randomly capture a piece of land or someone's house.
And the motivation is incredibly morally black. Like, just completely immoral. Like, there's no...
Well, this was the period where being a callous, abusive dickhead was the peak of comedy. You know, back when webcomics were popular.
You still consume webcomics.
Only Dominic Deegan.
What about that dragon one?
Oh, I don't even check that one anymore.
Oh.
It was never real. Phil made it himself and made the fake website that posted
Dude,
it.
I believe
So
that.
let me real quick. I'm just gonna lay something down.
Yeah.
As people keep telling me to watch Nostalgia Chick's videos, which I keep forgetting her real name.
Lindsay Ellis.
Yeah, as people keep telling me to watch Lindsay Ellis's video, and this, I'm not saying everyone on the internet, I'm just saying people I know tell me to go watch them. They're like, she has a film degree. But this movie starts with her mugging to the camera, among other things. And I'm just sitting here like,
She evolved the most out of any of these people, though. She
It
started
is
doing
insane
stuff like,
to watch this, seeing what she does now.
and then remember she flew to New Zealand to interview people about mistreatment on the Lord of the Rings filming.
she's like, I relate to you on a spiritual level.
So they were allowed to take breaks in this house at first, but somebody stole a sandwich from his fridge, and then they weren't allowed in the house anymore except to film.
That's completely insane.
Right?
Now look, it's a little bit later in the day.
Stop it.
I mean, there's no way you could be at the hotel and get out here with that much daylight left. This has to be a different day.
Nope. They shot this entire movie in like 2 days.
What? What were they thinking?
Well, there was clearly no quality control, so
I just-
whatever.
This is a nightmare.
People in charge of larger projects like this should be neurotic messes like myself, who are trying to plan out.
Is this what it's like when you do the Christmas special?
No, because that comes out better.
So someone who was hired, a local who was hired to work on this, posted about their experiences online.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even bad. He was just stunned at the surrealness of it.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I'm stunned.
That's fair. But yeah, no, the Christmas special, that went a lot smoother. I feel like it has, I mean, it's not fair to compare the cinematography of this to anything, because of course it'll lose.
How
You
many
s-
takes do you think the running part was?
They didn't have time for multiple takes.
Yeah, no, this whole thing is first take.
What if they got tired?
That was a joke, Bob?
Um,
Him saying that didn't work? He was upset?
they have to have filmed this in the morning too, right? They wouldn't have just done that scene, then come back and
I want to believe.
The room is less bright, which makes me think it's now about noon.
They couldn't have
Yeah.
met up
What
in this
about
hotel
lunch?
room, get in cars, driven to that other place, filmed them running, and gotten back here to film this part before noon. Ugh. I,
How about I run very over like a Kickassia bear? No, I think they see that coming. How about a legion of spiders?
This is a
What in
callback
this, that
to...
effect? What is that?
oh, wait for it. Wait for it.
Anyway,
Okay,
Bob.
never mind.
Bob,
This was worth it. This was worth it.
Bob, for your information, that was
Okay.
the villain of the 90s Lost in Space movie that became a running bit on the Nostalgia Critic.
so. I've seen that movie. I don't.
Let me explain. He doesn't look anything like the villain.
Okay, so he's supposed to be Bugman.
He's supposed to be Bugman.
Wow.
I'm gonna be honest. That Bugman sequence just now was Kino.
Hey, Bob, here's a drinking game. Look at a beer every time a mic clips. You'll die of fucking alcohol poisoning.
Oh, this shot. Look at that. It was
Okay, so
Shadow,
this I
the
do
web.
not have... This I am not 100% sure of, but those may be real guns.
Wait, what? I know Angry Joe is crazy, but what?
Well, he mentioned that it was a pain in the ass to bring them, which makes me think they were real. I guess they could just be airsoft.
Yeah, even airsoft would be hard to get through.
Yeah.
But considering the big, expensive case, yeah, those have to be airsoft. They can't be real.
I love how, for anyone who doesn't
Are we
know,
getting to the mace yet?
for anyone
I
who,
like that he's.
To the what?
The pepper spray.
Oh yeah, sadly I think that was after this.
Damn it.
So, for those who don't know, what's happening right now is they're continuing to film these scenes without changing the white balance for the camera. So a lot of the shots are coming out more blue than others because the quality of the light through the window keeps changing. That is exactly what's happening here. I would be willing to put money on it. What?
With the Ghostbusters
And then
sound.
sometimes they're less blue than others, and that's exactly what's happening.
How bad is your character if you have to turn on your headphones and that's your big suit up?
Well, see, they're noise-canceling headphones, but they're not noise-canceling headphones. They're really cool.
I got these Bose headphones in 2006. They're really good and comfortable.
I like how they didn't edit out any of these. And now it's night.
Anybody else think he dubbed himself over here?
This is Spoonie alone in his room.
Every day.
I think I've seen him tweet about this before.
See, that's him right next to the mic talking, and it sounds way more echoey and boomy and terrible. He dubbed that shit.
Yeah.
They don't own a microphone.
He just wanted that shot to show off his website.
You're right.
Has any movie ever had more scenes inside a Motel 6? You couldn't throw those fucking soda cans away on top of the TV.
Oh no, they just forgot and didn't notice until it was the next day because no one's checking a single clip of footage.
Environmental storytelling.
You can see how the production on the movie goes via the environment. Yeah. So about
Yeah,
being dubbed.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
How
That's what Dan says before he starts to edit.
I don't know. This last week it's been hope I don't pass out on my desk again. I still just guys, I get it. I get it that this is a real thing. Why did you go there?
Because they got...
Because the plot is that they take it over.
Yes,
We're 20 minutes in. They're going to take it over.
I get that. And we have an hour and 10 of fucking kill me left, I guess. But like, I don't understand why you don't just go to a place that's remotely near anyone's house.
Yeah, I don't...
Well, this is why Suburban Nights, the second one, is just around Doug Walker's house.
He has bison
That's why it's
cosplay.
Suburban Nights, because they're just wandering around his
I
neighborhood.
almost turned to stone. What are we talking about?
We're talking about the next movie.
Oh, look,
Oh.
he's M. Bison. Apparently his cape got ripped at some point filming this, and he got really mad at the person who ripped it, like unreasonably mad.
I think it was Spoonie.
Oh, what a great joke.
Got him.
You know what's a better film than this? You know what's a better film than this that is this old? You know what's a better internet video film that is better than this that is older than this?
Things you've made.
Kingdom Hearts live action. That parking lot battle between two dudes, one of them slips on the ice. That is a better film than this.
Dual wield.
Oh, man. Why?
First of all, it's Thalos, not Phallus. Second, the guy's standing right there looking at you. Why don't you send the signal yourself?
I'm upset. Please believe me, despite me smiling like a doofus the whole time. Bob, are you okay?
I'm not okay.
Are you upset?
I
That
am
was not
upset.
fun, right?
That
Dan's looking down at Bob's feet, and they're made of stone, slowly
he's
crawling
slowly
up his
petrifying.
legs.
It's like that scene in Legend of Mono where they come up on their allies and they're like, "Oh no, our allies are stoned."
They have to have like made some deal with this guy, and that's
What the fuck?
I just-
Oh no! They're being attacked by stocks.
I'm trying to think what's the most advanced special effect we did on our old channel. What is it, Bob?
I don't know.
I think
Better
we just
than this.
we leaned
Yeah.
away from
It's
special
always
effects
the same one.
because we didn't want this.
Right? Like we knew that it would go this bad after he tried once. Oh man. So did still picture guy even go?
What?
She really wishes Linkara wasn't touching her.
That
I mean,
makes
that's
sense.
most people's interaction with Linkara.
Yeah.
Oh, Mars Girl. I was trying to figure out her name. As someone who didn't really watch a lot of Channel Awesome,
I like the screaming noises there in the background.
I like how intelligible they are under the screaming noises and soundtrack.
Yes.
I feel like if Dan was anywhere near this production, he'd just evaporate.
Yeah, actually, we've been on shoots that were about this bad.
I mean, the shoot you're talking about,
The zombie one.
Yeah,
The zombie
that one. Like they spent an entire day and filmed nearly nothing. So at least there's something
Gotta get a
here.
can.
They have filmed things here.
Yeah. Also, they didn't make a set of 20 extras sit around all day to shoot one shot.
Yeah.
So they're doing better than zombie people we know.
This is a lot like Food Fight.
Oh boy.
Were there people at Channel Awesome trying to prevent this from getting out?
Oh, that's another one of the Nostalgia Critic's incredible characters, a ranting bum.
God, what is his name? I forget the name he has for the bum.
Are any of the Channel Awesome guys known for their fighting prowess or cool
Look,
attack sequences?
This was 2010. It was a different time.
Oh man, I'm getting chills.
As someone who watched Mega 64 DVDs early on, when I heard Channel Awesome was making a movie, I was actually really happy for them and kind of excited. Not that I was gonna watch it, but Jesus.
Oh yeah, no. Thinking of this,
Mega 64 is rough, like Volume 1 and 2.
it's not
It is
near this bad.
unbelievably more polished than this.
Yeah, no, like that's it's not great, but good lord, it's not this.
Yeah.
There's a train. I like trains.
But yeah, all I can think is that the dude from Molossia had to deal with them.
Yeah.
What was it?
This
Wikipedia?
I'm
feels
really
like
curious
Mad
if
Libs.
I'm really curious if he was paid, or if his or if he has like a gift shop and his logic was people will come see this Molossia and give my gift shop money.
Kind of like, you know, how Clerks made that one gas station actually a weird tourist trap. Like that sort of thing where it's like, hey, we're going to sell you on the idea that our indie movie's going to... Oh my god.
What? I'm sorry, what?
What is even...
What?
See, you guys are laughing though, so it's mission accomplished.
It's so bad.
I don't even know how you can laugh.
Don't get me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I like
Oh,
seeing the
God.
bottom of his image.
Right?
That makes this joke even better. So yeah, they got him there, Bob.
Wow.
He's 3D.
Thus why he sounds exactly like he's barely off camera in every one of those shots talking.
Right?
That shot is unfucking real that it exists. Look at this.
What is he doing?
So there you go, Bob. That's the martial arts guy.
Okay.
You asked earlier. That's him.
I'm just like, why would they do a movie that's entirely around fighting some guy when that's
because they can't write dialogue. Because if you could write dialogue, you would write a movie that's a drama or a comedy via writing.
This is clearly shonen.
it's just let's all yell and run at something. That's hilarious.
That was funny to the target audience of this movie, Bob.
Was it?
What?
He's a
What
better
is
actor
happening?
than any of them.
How depressing. So, Bob,
What?
notice how the focus is pulled on
Is that a
nothing in the
Game
shot?
Informer with Portal on it?
Yeah,
Yes,
of course.
it's a Game
It was in-
Informer
Yeah,
with
that's
Portal on it.
that must have been the recent Game Informer.
I think I have that one sitting around somewhere.
You do. Hey, Bob, you know how
forget
bad
that-
the film has been so far? Now imagine it's somehow going to find a way to be so much worse.
How's it going to go
We're-
for another half of
We
a
are now a
length?
third of the way through.
What? We're not even half? What did he...
Not even
Minutes
half,
in
Bob.
Out of 1 hour and 30. We got an hour left.
How? They got
Act
Kickassia.
Well, I'm gonna do a highly professional commentary track where I leave to use the bathroom in the middle of it. Good luck, everyone.
I like that her hand with the beer completely moved between those shots. But it was slightly off camera, so don't notice.
Yeah. I get upset when I'm reminded that that dude's just shirtless and they drew abs on him.
I thought it was some... No, yeah, you're right. Nah, I thought that he was wearing some sort of dumb muscle suit, but...
No, they had a sequence where they drew it on him, but I didn't think it was gonna be in every shot.
Oh, they wouldn't want to
Yeah,
give
the
up on
joke
that
is
joke.
that they body painted the actors in 300 to make them look ridiculously ripped.
Did they do that?
Yeah, in the movie 300 they did that.
Huh.
There's
I
the
had no
title
idea.
drop. Everybody clap. If you're at home, clap.
But we're like 30 minutes in. Why is the title card now? We already had a title card once.
No, that was the title drop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're doing a news program right now.
Like when they say, "Well, Ellie, we really were the last of us."
That doesn't happen.
Yes, it does, Bob. You must just forgot that part.
Yeah, like when they in Tales of Berseria, the main character Berseria says, "Man, this sure was a good tale."
Yeah.
It's like how in Final Fantasy 13:3, Lightning says, "I, Lightning, have returned."
That does happen, I'm sure. What? I'm just...
Hey guys,
That's
I'm
what Phil
back.
says all the time. Stop being so tall.
Fuck you. I knew you were gonna say it. I braced myself.
Look, the joke was lying on the floor. KZ believes in not wasting food.
I'm sorry, but after someone saying feel, is it because you have to feel around to find them? I take every shot.
So this pisses me off because French used to be the language of diplomacy, and that's a million times a funnier joke than language of love.
Meanwhile,
There's 56 and a half minutes left.
Meanwhile, Dan is planning to make a time machine so he can somehow go back in time and try to fix the technical issues of this production.
There's no point in fixing the technical issues because the script is so garbage. It might as well not exist. This basically is the indie version of one of those comedy films where they get people to come out and just make jokes because they didn't write anything for the fucking scene.
Oh, so like We Bought a Haunted House?
I have not seen that, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I knew that was a movie before it crawled out of your mouth just now.
I might have the title wrong. I think it might just be called Haunted House.
Oh, okay. I think I know about that, yeah.
Oh,
It's a It's one of those movies where there's no script. It's just all improv.
wow. I don't.
He said your name.
Are you okay, Bob? What? Give us your thoughts as someone completely fresh.
It's like they have no idea what to do. Like, if
The movie is
What to do?
if they
the
had
movie is
any idea-
handing the movie is handing things to Bob, but he has nowhere to put them.
Bob's like, the trash can's too far away.
It literally, oh, we finished this part of the movie. Let's have an interview about what happens next.
It
The-
was broadcasting to all the TVs in the world.
Yeah, about
me-
the new
let me-
nation, Kickassia.
Let me explain to you how the creator of this movie, Doug Walker, would explain it. This is a storytelling device. We're covering the development of early Kickassia in this compressed format via this news report that looks exactly like every other shot in the movie because we didn't feel like figuring out how to color grade anything or put a news banner on anything.
but he's-
That guy's talking in a transatlantic Midwestern accent, and he has a thing on his hat that says press.
Yeah,
Is that not enough for you, Bobbert? Guys, the irony is he's holding a real mic he could be talking into, but they thought the on-camera mic was a better choice.
they don't
Why
want
do
to
you
plug
keep
that one
figuring
in.
out these secrets?
They don't have a way to hook a real microphone into it, Dan. It's just a VHS camcorder.
They just...
Recording setup, anything other than the cam itself is impossible.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have a stereo jack in for sound, Bob.
No.
Like, we didn't have a better mic on our first YouTube channel because we couldn't fucking afford it.
These guys are on a shoestring budget. They were just all flown out here.
They could have cut 3 characters and been able to afford, I don't know, the best fucking mic you could buy.
No.
I hate all of Spoonie's shirts.
What's the current one? I actually didn't look at it. When I played...
When I play Doctor, I play to
yeah,
win.
yeah, I'm saying that.
Wow, that isn't funny considering some things Spoonie would later do.
Uh-huh.
Oh no,
Can we-
radiators.
I'm really worried that this... I feel like this movie would actually be better if that gif that keeps getting passed around of him chasing after the perspective down a road was that this movie would be benefit from being that gif.
I think I that might be in Suburban Nights or it might be from his movie.
I,
Like,
of
if I
course
could
it
watch
has a
everything
movie.
to find
I
it.
assume it's from Linkara's movie.
No, here's the
See,
exciting
okay,
part.
real
Suburban
quick.
Nights is an unreal step up from this.
The best part of that joke there is that they couldn't pan over and show him on the other side because that would take too much technical know-how. So they just cut to a weirdly different angle.
Yeah. It got the job done.
Sure did. Does anyone think they own a tripod? Because they haven't had one pan on a tripod at all.
They own it, but they couldn't fit it on the plane.
This tripod is crooked. Enjoy that for the rest of this film.
The hilarious joke here is that she's supposed to be Sarah Palin.
Yes.
That's the epic joke here.
This scene is still going.
Yeah, this is what
This
the
is
movie
this whole
is.
chapter.
Of course it is.
Dude,
What?
this has been going for over 8 minutes.
Is he also one of them? Is he a channel awesome?
Yes.
Okay.
Who is he?
Has he been branded?
That is Rolo T, I think. He's
the
pretty much
jock
unrecognizable now because he lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't.
Do they all have like the awful tie branded on them? Is that how it works?
Yeah, they have the nostalgia critic tie and teeth
Oh,
tattooed onto their flesh for the rest of time, Bob.
Oh, I thought you were talking about, like, is that the Nostalgia Critics tie? And I was going to be like, surely they didn't only have one tie.
I don't know. They're getting a lot of mileage out of that 8-bit tie.
Have a tie.
The Sarah Palin joke is still going.
It sure is.
Oh.
It
I
ages perfectly.
it is a testament to Lindsay Ellis that she did not just fucking kill somebody recording these movies.
I honestly thought he was gonna follow that up with the word herself. I was like, geez, we're going dark.
First them, then herself.
Like, hello, Lindsay Ellis, person with a degree who is infinitely more competent than everyone else here. Instead of running this production, would you like to play a moron?
I am
Well,
willing
gotta
to put
pay the bills.
I'm willing to put money on she could not have done vastly better than this, but she could have done marginally better than this. For example, she knew you had to feed and give actors water.
What?
Hey, there's that joke again.
Well,
I wasn't
Oh,
sure
for-
if they could roll it out a third time, but
In case you don't know, Bob, he's dressed as M. Bison because of a running gag on his show.
of course he is.
see. Wait for it. See, he would naturally say, "Of course," here
Yeah.
because he's bison.
Oh.
Bigger than God? That question you can definitely say.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Wow, that was the absolute worst one they could have gone with.
Yep.
I'm absolutely baffled.
Yep.
Lindsay Ellis killing everyone else there.
Real footage. I don't get that joke. I'm too young.
I don't get that joke. I'm too young.
Okay, good.
I think
You got
Hogan's Heroes is just an old show, and it's funny that he's watching an old show. I think that's the only layer here.
Maybe
Alright.
maybe he just really liked Hogan's Heroes. Maybe it's a great
Also,
show.
reminder that Brad Jones has made movies and could also do significantly better than this because I've watched them and they're significantly better than this.
But are they from 2009?
Yes.
What?
I think he had like 3 movies under his belt already when they made this.
This literally is one of the roughest indie films I've ever seen. Like full films.
Yeah.
What's that face on his helmet or hat?
It's his face.
Oh, of course it is. All right.
I miss the simpler times, Dan. The good old days when we watched Gordon Ramsay make donuts.
Oh, you mean 40 minutes ago before we hit play?
I was engaged.
So, real quick, a quick poll of the people here. Can any of you think of a worse internet group to make a movie and shove all of their talent into?
I can't think
No.
of another group like this at all.
Well, that's the thing. Mega 64 is a group, right?
Yeah,
But
the
do-
smoke
but
groups
do they
are
have-
giant.
do they all have? But Channel
mean-
Awesome wasn't a group the same way Mega 64 was. Like they were
was a
never
group
in
of
one
solo
location.
people.
Okay,
that,
then
you
let me
know.
put it this way. I would rather watch GameSpot.com try to make a fucking film than this.
Dude, Yeah. The problem with this is that there's like maybe half a dozen people on the site that people recognize and like for the majority. And then the rest is just who?
It's like
They brought, my knowledge is because I am acquainted with people who were featured on this site. That they did look at numbers, and if you were above numbers, you got flown out. Otherwise, you didn't.
those numbers weren't high enough.
No, clearly.
But no, like your narrative should be based on random scenes you can write with two people in them, and it should be based more on character motivation and things like that. Like, Bob, imagine if I integrated anyone who's ever been on the site in the Christmas special. Just cuz. Like,
all
so
of them?
Fake Aggro, Brett, and I just
Now
kept...
I'm just imagining the fucking floating effect that leaves, but with KZ in it.
You're starting
KZ,
to get
how
some
did you
ideas.
get in my house?
I didn't.
Don't worry about it.
There's our epic crossover, everyone.
Here we go. I'll just deliver everything poorly.
I watched this for the first time after all the Justin Carmichael Jew Wario stuff came out. So there was no pass on this film where I didn't know about that baggage. Somebody
Hey,
has
everybody,
turned
how's it
into a
going?
zombie. I killed someone
This is
just now.
this is the least rough movie to watch with that knowledge.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh. I bet that's not dubbed over. Hey, Bob.
What's up?
Do you think it's in our budget to afford a mic? Like one?
No,
Oh, okay.
not even
No.
one. The-
Good news, we're halfway done. 50%.
The rowers keep
60.
on rowing and show no signs of slowing. We're still
Yeah, I was
doing the
thinking
Sarah
about how bad
Palin joke.
tomorrow's stuff's gonna be, but nah, this is worse.
I also enjoy the stolen Ren and Stimpy music.
Oh, it's
My god.
It's like really old, you know.
This isn't even a joke, though. They just found her getting ready to poison Doug Walker.
The tea doesn't even look good.
Hey, Bob. Bob,
Wow, what a great line out of nowhere.
yeah, this movie has a lot of those. Remember the M. Bison getting pussy line? Anyway. Bob, what volume should I play the music at? Enough where you can't hear the jokes? Okay.
This sounds good. Sounds like a good point.
That's the ideal method of watching this movie, Dan, where you can't hear the jokes.
Just turn the music track up even higher. So
I
it's
just
creepy.
get to see these people that I know. I just
It's
want
not
some
their
image
fault.
of
They
them.
didn't edit with headphones on.
For the record, Doug Walker wrote all of these himself.
Of course
There
he
was
did.
no input from anyone else.
Of course not. Why would they?
Of course, there wasn't a single co-writer. Well, technically, his brother counts, but let's not count that.
It's really,
You're right. Every joke takes too fucking long.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
it's
like
true.
5 times too long.
That joke is actually stolen, believe it or not.
What?
Get used to that.
From what? Whatever.
I
It doesn't
can't
matter.
remember the name.
I mean,
And now it's night. See, they're recording in chronological order.
Is that Kino or not? I don't know.
Please do not besmirch the K word with this commentary track, KZ.
Too late.
You're right. It's like Kungo or something.
It's Onik.
Onik. All right, there we go. We need to establish this, and we're doing more of these.
Did they put makeup
they're
on
just.
him? Was
that
makeup
guy's
involved? Did he bring it himself?
Oh no, they just didn't set the white balance correctly at all. I'm not sure if you noticed. It's just these lamps are on fucking fire and radioactive.
Look, the hotel is lit.
Yeah, this hotel is lit, all right.
Can they go back to visual effects? I want to laugh again and enjoy myself.
What is wrong with you, KZ?
I mean, as I said,
No,
Bob,
both
if
of those
more
scenes were
this
the two
movie-
best scenes of the movie.
Yeah, if more of this movie was Linkara running after the camera, I would be
I want
happier.
to be entertained.
So do you think Doug Walker filmed with, like, even a group of 6 people before he launched into this? Like, do you think
No.
he ever did a project that involves 6
They
people?
did a thing the year before that had a bunch of people in it.
But it was like 15 minutes long, and it was just the fight. It
Yeah.
was just a fight scene,
Why is it always
which they
that?
expanded into. Because the joke was that Nostalgia Critic and James Roll
ABGN.
were beefing. So the joke was they had sides and they had a little war in a
Okay.
hotel lobby.
Yeah.
But then they expanded that concept to 9 times longer than that video.
Yeah.
And James never returned.
Yeah, I
He's in
wonder why.
Suburban Nights.
Wait, really?
God!
Yeah, but
He's
that's,
in there as a voiceover, but he's in there.
Okay, well that's different. That's a way different level of commitment.
I like how they had to dub over him saying oh yeah, the whole place is wired.
Mm-hmm.
This is a trip.
This actually happened.
He actually killed himself and everyone else.
Doug Walker's oldie talent is looking unsettling.
That's his resting face.
Casey, I hate that you pointed out his teeth because now I can't stop looking
Dude,
at
it
them.
always ends on teeth.
That's where it begins and ends.
We gotta act fast. I say we castrate him with a fork, tie him to a cactus, and play piñata with his entrails. Wow.
Comedy.
I like it. Maybe we could play really bad music. That'll get about the government house. What music would you pick? Michael Bolton. No one should be subjected to that. I like it.
I can't tell the nostalgia critical.
Yes.
Everybody hates the plan about spiders. Look, I'm the one who brought it up to him. I'll be the one who takes him down. Trust me, by the end of the week, the nostalgia critic won't be the king of Kickassia anymore.
That's narration, isn't it?
Yes, of course it is. Because they don't own a mic. If it doesn't sound as close as they are to the camera, it is dubbed.
And it's night, so again, chronological.
It's insane.
I like how you can tell when it's light because the only time their scenes are even half well lit is when there's daylight.
When there's
involved.
daylight involved, yeah.
Is this what this guy's show is like? I
No, not at all. The joke is that the joke in all these movies is that he's a suck up.
What? That's it? They make this
Yeah.
whole persona around that?
Yep.
You know what disturbs me, Bob? And I legit mean this, right?
that feels suggested this?
No. I'm worried that the camera we bought in 2006 that was just a camcorder, but we did any level of research on it, is better than the camera they filmed this insanely bloated, expensive movie with. I say expensive because it clearly cost thousands to fly people out.
Yeah. I'd believe that. I believe that our camera...
That's fucked.
Our camcorder is better than this.
That's fucked. We bought that as fucking poor-ass dirt people. We finally hit a moment I haven't seen, so I guess I watched way more than 17 minutes.
I didn't.
You watched 54 minutes.
My God.
That's more than I expected Dan to watch, in all honesty.
Well, see, maybe I would have watched the rest if I had time.
Yeah, use your free time on this.
Hey, there's that stolen joke.
Yeah. Well, you mean line, not joke?
All right, I'm gonna step out for a moment.
And then we hear a gunshot.
Right. Every time you have to worry.
No, just a moment. I just need a moment.
Boney was making a funny face in that scene. It's funny, right?
Listen, Bob, funny faces can carry a lot of movies. Have you seen Pirates 3?
I think I've seen Pirates 3. Bob, have you seen Pirates 3?
Yeah, it was Kino. KZ told me.
4 out of 4 during some episodes.
God damn it. I thought he was gone.
I can't wait for the part of this movie where Linkara snaps his toe off.
Oh, yes. I feel like...
If anyone here was going to do it, probably Linkara.
Like, I'd feel less bad for these people than that random guy on that boat.
Why does Lindsay Ellis have a tiny replica of a gun? Why is that a joke? Oh, that cut. What were they thinking?
Did I miss anything important?
No.
No.
They exiled him.
Why?
Bob, we're gonna do that thing where, like, a grown father asks his daughter the name of the characters in Smash Brothers, but I'm gonna do it with this channel and you. What was that guy's name? What was his channel name? I want you to guess.
Movie
Give us
suit?
something, Bob. You have to
Movie
try.
Suit. Yeah, Movie Suit is the best guy on Channel Awesome.
That's all of them.
No, that's Movie Polo there.
No, some of them are Game Suit.
Oh.
Yeah, some are Game Suit and others are just Doughy Suit.
I assume he's some sort of pediatrician.
This scene is still going.
Yeah, look, it needs to be as long. It needs to be 2 hours. It needs to be an hour and a half. It needs to be a real movie.
Why is that dude like the Monopoly man on a safari?
Hey, Bob.
What's up?
This is the shortest one.
Oh no. At least we're only watching one video or one for this episode.
Hey, Bob.
Nostalgia Critic gets sent to the fucking Velvet Room and has to use Persona.
I can't fathom being this self-indulgent. I don't know how you do it.
Well, he was successful on the YouTube, Dan. He can be as self-indulgent as he likes.
No, they weren't on YouTube at this point. They had their own site.
Oh, of course they did.
They
Cop-
used
copyrights worth
blip.tv just like
lighting
we
them
were doing at that time, Bob.
Oh no.
When
The
he
Blip
moved
TV Golden Age.
when he moved to YouTube, he had to drastically change the format of his show because he couldn't show clips anymore.
To include more of this in the show.
Yeah, that's Mati from Captain Planet.
That's
I
the
saw
gold
that.
one.
Art.
I saw that. Why though?
And now he's
He's a
saying that.
character.
Sometimes they'd create bits based on episodes and it would be recurring. I watched a lot of Nostalgia Critic. It was a long time ago.
I like the shadow.
Well, you were like 12 then, so it's fine.
Yeah, and still taller than you. It was very weird.
So, hey, Bob.
What's up?
Every time I talk to Phil and Casey about very small details about the Mighty Number 9 review, I know in their brains they're terrified that it's this movie.
No, I have more faith in you than that, Dan.
So, does Mati have his own YouTube channel?
No, he's a
Imagine
character in
having
the
with
Nostalgia
4K
Critic reviews.
detail.
His name's Game Mati, Bob.
You're right. Okay.
There is like a faint fear that the end of that Mighty Number 9 review is going to be like the end of Revenge of the Sith, but with you fighting Keiji and Afune.
I've considered that, but I told myself I'm only gonna do that if I can light Keiji Inafune, the real man's, legs on fire.
What?
But since I can't really do that, I decided against it.
You were the chosen one. You were supposed to save Capcom, not end it.
See, he said
Wait,
shit. He
wait.
said what?
The other guy
Oh, look,
was
there's
exiled.
the other. There's the channel Comic Hat.
But what's up,
Yeah.
Bob? You got some questions?
They're in the hotel that they were before. But the other guy was exiled. Had to go to the hotel. But they're just in the hotel anyway.
They're actually staying at the hotel.
Even
Yes.
The
But Bob's-
opposing thing.
But they
Bob's
exiled that
question-
guy.
Bob's questioning the lore here, where that guy being exiled from Kickassia means he's back in this hotel where they're at now, and he's not here.
He's got to go potty.
Yeah, he's using the bathroom during this whole scene.
Yeah.
Is that Mexican
Duh.
hat?
No, that's Angry Joe, of course. Come on.
See, even Bob knows Angry Joe.
That's
Bob's-
Angry
Yeah,
Spoonie.
he had a
That's
career
Angry
after this.
Spoonie.
I was gonna say that's Forky.
Yeah, Angry Joe was at the VGAs once.
Yeah, he had a
Yeah,
great
he was.
conversation with Jeff.
Can't wait for his Kingdom Hearts 3 review.
Yeah, I bet you're really hyped.
Oh, yeah.
Dream Drop Distance is ending right there.
That was better choreographed than this.
Oh yeah, no.
Spoonie says given to the madness, and it just smash cuts to the Twitter account he made for his dog.
The X sigil, but it's just Nostalgia Critic's teeth.
So Nostalgia Critic could obviously be the Xehanort in that situation. So who's the Mickey who's photoshopped next to him?
That little portal thing.
Of course. Isn't that also him?
This is so bad. Oh my god.
What, he transformed you guys? What's
Slowly
wrong
do
with
my
this?
sleeves.
Wasn't he this doctor character earlier?
No.
Or he was just wearing a doctor suit. but
No.
he's got a crazy.
Now he's
Crazy.
Now
Dr.
he's Dr.
Insano.
Insano.
Okay.
I like how it's clearly day at light outside, but they just have the curtains
Oh,
up.
you can see
Yeah.
peeking out.
The camera's bad enough. You probably won't notice.
You can barely see anything.
We just did.
I know.
Well, I only noticed because of my 4K OLED TV. Clearly.
Yeah, it really edges out. Get you all those extra details.
I would like to note it's adding the saturation back that all of this footage completely lacks in very specific ways.
Some
But
scan lines.
it could use some scan lines. It really could. It could use the interlaced mode from Castlevania Requiem on the PS4.
Oh no.
I bet this would look good on like a tube TV and with S video turned on.
And Vaseline rubbed all of it while you're high.
You have to hook it up with coax cables. You can't even use your real composite.
Yeah. See, Hitler and Hogan's Heroes. That's the joke.
Is that what was going on?
That's the idea they were going for. That was supposed
Am I
to.
alive?
So another fight scene. Something that they're known for doing really well. I take it.
I bet they outsourced all
I hope
the.
you like stock punch sounds.
Oh
I
yeah,
like this
the
feeling.
entire rest of the movie is a fight scene.
I bet they outsourced the choreography.
Oh man, this is gonna be great.
How are they gonna,
25 minutes of this.
how are they gonna keep
No,
this up
no,
for
there's
25
no way
minutes?
it's 25
There's
minutes
no
of
way.
this.
Oh no. You
Can
think
you-
at some point during the 25
Even
minutes
superhero movies can barely do that.
they would just be like, no, we need to stop. There to be any moment
You
of
say that,
sobering.
and yet this is the least self-indulgent the movie's been so far.
I know.
Just
Oh, that was where his cape was messed up, so I assume it got torn.
You remember when Nintendo did this to start an E3 and it looked so much better?
well,
Well,
that had budget and came way later and had actual film crews make it.
Right. I like the cut to those two looking in from the outside.
I'm
That
gonna
was
cry.
a good dub in. Oh my god.
Yeah.
The soundtrack is really good too.
Uh-huh. Oh no. Are you serious?
isn't this hilarious, Bob?
Glasses. Ha ha ha.
Makes me XD really hard rare.
See, we're all cowards because we aren't bold enough to fly 18 people out with a script that looks like this.
You filmed this exact scene, but you fighting Xeon.
I can't imagine this going on for 2 more minutes.
Right? So I assume when this character shows up on his regular show, he just randomly punches things.
No, he's an entirely separate character from Spoonie. I don't know why they're the same person in this movie.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. But he's still played by Spoonie.
Yes, he's still played
Yeah.
by Spoonie, but in the lore of Spoonie's channel, the thing this should, be playing truthful to because it's supposed to be fan service. Dr. Insano should be a
Fucking
separate
reboot,
person.
Am I right?
So
Remember that part of Street Fighter, Bob?
Yeah. It was. I remember using After Effects and looking great. Oh my god. Let me just quote the movie.
Oh no. Oh no. 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 No.
Just
No.
stood on his
No.
They can't. They have no. They're just using the camera. He's clearly walking.
He's just walking back and forth. It's not even what in the world is it?
Oh my god.
Wait.
I just feel cheated out of a really bad special effect of him flying.
Right?
So I'm sure Dr. Insano shoots lightning out of his hands in Spoonie series, right?
Why is the Spoonie effect better?
They're both the same bad effect.
Yeah, but the color matters.
Yeah,
The window makes this harder to see.
Right?
thank God.
I-
But
Well, you see, for the Nostalgia Critic one, I've messed with this effect. That's where it starts. They did a slight color shift for the Spoonie one, though.
yeah, they rotated the hue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what? Why would it? What?
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 He was obviously putting his weight into it.
It's like if Goku had Vegeta step aside from the beam battle and Goku fell over.
Yeah.
What?
Wouldn't that
But
be hilarious?
ran halfway across the room first.
Right. So it's weird that Nostalgia Critic wrote this himself and then didn't, you know. I feel like none of this is. So this is when the Kara transforms into his alter ego, right?
No, that's to boldly flee.
Oh my god, I said it as a joke and then you said that and I remembered that's real. Oh god.
Do they all have some alter ego?
No,
Okay.
Yes.
not all of them.
Oh, no.
How is there 20 more minutes?
Oh.
I
Yeah,
really
that was
wish
a
you
bit they
all could
had.
have. I really wish you all could have seen Bob's face. He died in that moment.
If only you recorded video.
If we had taken his pulse, he would have flatlined for a solid second during that gag.
His pupils dilated.
No. Don't worry. The Santa Christ gag goes on for 10 more minutes.
Of course
No,
it does. It's
no,
a
it
gag in
doesn't.
this movie. Which I still don't get it, guys. There hasn't been a single gag. Why do you keep saying that?
By the way, this came out in like July.
Hey guys, what is storytelling? I feel like if all of the movie CinemaSin YouTube videos just gained sentience and machine learning wrote a script, this is how it would come out.
That's how they made the concept of this film, Mad Libs. Bring everybody together to take over random house.
Right. To take over a shitty house.
It's a trailer. The term is manufactured home.
Manufactured
Thank you.
home. Yeah, I know. I used to live in one. Shitty house covers it more.
There's a more dramatic arc in us talking about this film.
I know. Bob almost died and everyone was really gripped with fear about it.
I was.
Told you this goes on for 10 minutes.
It's been a minute and a half.
I'm about to just use our first camcorder,
Stop!
buy a really old audio recorder on eBay that's cheap as shit, and make a better movie out of spite.
Dan, we already have the H4n that's kind of broken. We can just use that and
we
this
can
will be
just use
better.
that. That's a good point. We have a slightly broken audio recorder that we can use.
They had to read a script.
And then decide to come fly out.
Weird, because watching this, I'm not convinced they had to write a script.
I guess he had to send it in.
Oh God, Mike Jeevens was part of fucking them.
Everyone they didn't feel like paying for.
Okay, that one was Kaiser and Echo.
Yeah, that was Lenny Pator before that.
Man,
That was Dragon Ball Z Abridged guy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
how many people were on this?
Was that a juggalo? Did they just find one of those too?
It kind of seemed like that. So this is the part of the Mighty Number 9 review.
You chant with the movie.
This is a part of the Mighty Number 9 review where I'm just gonna cut to a bunch of mad patrons.
Nope, that did nothing. Toss him. Oh, you wouldn't work? Yeah, it didn't work because you're a douche face.
This is
Wow.
still going.
Wow. They did that for 5 minutes.
Wow,
and it
what an
affected
amazing
nothing.
line.
Is anyone else convinced that this was originally a cutaway joke that the Nostalgia Critic wouldn't stop writing? It was
How
just
was that
one
not
cutaway
the
joke.
climax?
Because nothing was resolved, KZ. How would that be the climax?
I hate you.
So is Linkara the name of his channel or just his name?
It's his persona's name. His channel name is Atop the Fourth Wall.
Where bad comics burn.
I'm sorry. It's fine. Oh, do you guys do a Star Trek? Or
So, Bob, I should note that in some of these movies, probably this one and others, I'm seeing his nips way too well through that, and I'm pretty upset about it, to be honest. They have they needed to bring outfits, but they would the only way that Channel Awesome would compensate them for the cost of making and bringing those outfits, Bob, is if Channel Awesome kept ownership, so they couldn't even bring them back home with them.
what? But
That was for a later one, I think. For this one, they all brought all their own stuff.
Why would they do that?
Because they need to write it off on their taxes, and someday they're going to run a very successful studio where they need to have a bunch of costumes on hand.
Oh, what are you doing here, James Rolfe?
Well, he's explaining maps and Risk.
The quality of these shots improved.
But
That's
the
an
music,
understatement.
right? But the music is still blared over it because Doug Walker has no idea what he's doing.
We should play Risk sometime. It's alright.
Nah.
More of a Monopoly guy.
We should, if we were gonna do that, it'd have to be the most intolerable board game, so the millennial version of Monopoly.
Oh man, Monopoly's
See-
already the worst game.
You guys are lucky, right? You don't live where we live, because the most insufferable version of Monopoly is Monopoly that's based on a road that a bunch of rich people live on near here called 30A Monopoly. I am not making this up. A bunch of fucking rich people funded to get a custom version of Monopoly made for them. The same road
All right.
also has bumper stickers and shit. It is the most obnoxious fucking group of people.
That's what they invented guillotines for.
It's true!
Is that really the name of? Okay, of course it is. Film Brain. I thought I was
Yeah.
being ridiculous when I said movie hat.
Actually, Bob, it was a joke. His real name is Cinema Cerebrum.
And Bob, you didn't say movie hat, you said movie suit.
You
Movie
did say
suit.
movie suit.
You're right.
And then I said, what is that, Mexican hat?
If I recall, there's another reviewer on the site called The Blockbuster Buster.
Yes.
He was way after all these movies, though.
Yeah, he was.
Why is Mars Girl's part in these movies to touch people she very obviously doesn't want to
Because
touch?
she's a woman.
Oh, it's a girl. That's why.
It funny.
It's funny, Unga. I sure do need to write a line for this woman, said Doug Walker, rising out of his bed angrily.
Doug Walker doesn't feel
Yep,
any emotion
we're
other
showing
than the one
those
that he
again.
presents with
Can
that
we just
smile.
please cut away? Thank you. What did you say, Phil?
The only
the
emotion
same
Doug
shot.
Walker has is that vacant look in his face.
We're just gonna cut to a zoomed in shot of his nips in a second.
Yeah. Oh my god.
They did all those shots of him scratching his head with the gun and didn't
That is
even
the
include
same
one.
shot again.
Didn't even include one of him accidentally shooting himself in the head.
That wouldn't be that would be too distasteful. They'd never do that in a movie like this.
I mean, that joke would only be funny if he just wasn't in the rest of the film. But of course he would be. He would be in the rest
They
of the
could put a bandage around his head.
That fits in too well aesthetically with the rest of this film, so I'm not on board. Contextually, you could do a joke like that in a different movie, and I'm on board. But in this film, where they're like, here's our fight scene of rapid punching each other, I just can't. Oh, wow.
Good.
I miss these special effects.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob.
Hey, what's up?
When did we do Rocket Chair Race? Was that 2013?
I don't remember.
With jack shit for budget?
Yep.
I'm just...
That took any level of caring.
that took thinking about the special effects ahead of time instead of after.
Right.
He's got a sword.
He's got a foam sword.
Powerful though.
No, see, he's noticing it's not a foam sword.
Movie has a lot of running and yelling. I don't know if you guys noticed.
That's like the joke.
Oh, it's this again.
That and that guy being shirtless but having muscles drawn on him. That's also the joke.
So the nostalgia creator dies in this movie, right? Like, then we're just done?
Yeah.
Imagine if this movie ended with "to be continued."
I feel like this movie's already ended 3 times and ended with "to be continued."
From what KZ says, this is a good preview for Recoded.
There's no way.
Blocks your path.
Stop workshopping future tweets.
Why is this chunky dude like the most strong person in this universe? I don't understand.
Because in his videos, it's just stills of him like changing.
Yeah, I
position.
get that. I get that.
And now that he's 3D, he's super strong.
he's super strong.
But why?
Yeah,
It just seems random.
that's dubbed.
Yeah.
Weird.
Diet Pepsi.
None of these parts with Phalus are a joke. They're all real.
Makes sense.
In To Boldly Flee, there's a part in the Hell Dump where Phalus is like, I told him I know how to make 2D effects, so he sent me like, can we get a bunch of 3D effects?
Yep.
No, we can't pay for them.
Did he just blink like 80 times?
Yeah.
That's the same shirt. Same day.
Probably. Yeah.
Or maybe he only brought 2 shirts.
I mean, if he only brought 2 shirts, he prepared more than Doug Walker did for this movie.
I don't know. It's a nice outfit.
Don't you love how this is just movie tropes, the movie?
Yeah.
but executed terribly.
Why? I hate this.
Wow.
I hate this.
What in
What?
the fucking...
So why did Doug Walker need to cameo in his own movie?
Well, no, that was another one of his personas.
No. I don't believe you. So they
That's
actually
Bob after at this point in the movie.
True!
That's Dan at the end of tomorrow's stream.
For those who are curious, we are recording this right before the 358 over 2 days and Recoded streamed. That's happening tomorrow.
Very fun. You didn't even need to give context. You're dying in every stream.
That's true.
Well done, everyone. Well done. Now, seeing that I am next in line for the presidency, it's only fitting that I should wear the crown.
So, Bob, which woman do you like? Do you like woman who consoles or woman who's evil?
you know, can I just
She
not
has-
like either?
She has depth as a character because she
Listen.
was pretending to be woman who's dumb.
I like vegetables.
Listen, if the internet has taught me anything, you need both of those characteristics at once.
Oh boy, I could check out on this at any point in time.
I mean, the nostalgia critic's dead now, so the movie's over, right?
There's
It has
5
to be.
minutes left, Dan. It would be pointless. All you'd get is regret. What if there's some amazing bit that makes it all worthwhile?
Wait, did she change outfits completely?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why?
great question.
Did the other one have to get rent? Go back?
See, there you go. He's alive.
Why? Is that Doug's brother?
Yes.
Yep, it's Doug's brother, Rob Walker. It's the genius who co-wrote this. Or
Man,
handled the cinematography, I think they credited him for.
what?
Because he's Santa Claus and Jesus Christ in one person.
So they had to loop from one to the other.
Why Othello?
Because
she
it's
loved
a
it.
shitty Christmas present. It's a really top-level joke here. I'm sorry, Donald Duck's too high concept for you right now.
That's such a shitty fake beard. It's driving me insane.
Always has been, always will be. Look, gluing it to your face would take too much work.
Those mall Santas can do it. Why can't they? So, do you think there's gonna be a news report after this?
Is there a Snyder cut for this?
They couldn't even make like a prop detonator. It's a fucking TV remote.
Yep.
Of course.
Oh, stop it! I didn't notice.
How did you miss
It'd take
Oh my god.
it'd take 2 seconds to make a prop remote. I mean, make a prop detonator.
That was a good fade.
Yeah, it was.
Oh man. black eye makeup.
Hello. Because my team can't run a nation, because I can't run a nation, we've decided to give the nation back to you. So you can own Molossi again. Oh, Christ. All right, when you see the president, when he shows up, can you tell him that Molossi is his again? I will relay the message. Yeah, you do that, twat.
That dude really is a better actor.
Yeah, yes.
Where's his YouTube channel?
I don't know.
I bet he does live stream debates. How does I get better?
Fuck you, KZ. I was trying to ignore that.
5 seconds. He's got healing factor.
They had to walk back to the hotel because Doug Walker couldn't afford a cab.
No,
or
they
bus.
just ran out of gas.
That's the shirt Spoonie had in the first part of the movie.
Yep.
I can't hear any of this fucking narration. My brain is just filtering it out.
Well, he's just saying freaking James Bond titles, and I don't even know why.
He shot the person and then said no. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he shot the narrator. Look at him. He's so cool.
So, that was
Hey, it's like the
Kickassia.
girl from Smash Brothers.
This is like
Oh boy.
That was rough.
That Jewish guy.
they pick their own names.
So, I've watched a lot of really
that name?
low rent indie cinema. That is bad, and I know that going in. This may have been the worst. This is worse than one that I am still to
Batman
this.
Returns Super Nintendo game.
This is worse than the one that I'm still convinced to this day was a tax write-off, where a dude just wanted to go to Thailand but wanted to be able to write it off on his taxes, so he made a movie while he was there. Jesus Christ. And of course, Kevin Bach
are the
for giving us
storyboards.
such a great opportunity.
Is that the guy
I
who
gotta
runs the
go to
nation?
Thailand for one scene, and then the whole movie's
Oh no,
written off.
let me explain. It's all filmed in one house, very, very shittily on a camcorder.
Yeah, no, I've watched that movie twice. It's so much better than this.
It's unreal how much better than this it is.
Why is this shot better than any of the shots in the movie? Why was that completely untouched shot such a much higher quality?
Maybe someone went in and color graded the rest of them.
The more they touch that footage, the worse it got.
So that was that was pretty unreal. Thank you for joining us for this weird commentary track. And thank you for being a patron of the GigaBoots Podcast Network.
If you want to see us harm ourselves more, please continue being a patron.
See, the problem is they have to harm themselves as we harm ourselves.
I've never wanted something to fail before. This is really weird.
The executive producers of GigaBoots for the month of October are Vincent Boverk, Nicholas Cameron, E. Lee Broyles, Star Falcon, Spaceman Spiff, Danny Richardson, Dryzard, Red Blaze 27, Third Birthday Wen, and Cappy. Thank you very much to our executive producers, and also these guys. If you want to support videos like this, then head on over to patreon.com/gigaboots and become an executive producer today.